I'm going to get right to it. In 1826, this guy from New York named William Morgan fully exposed, maybe not fully, but he fully exposed, maybe not fully. He pulled like a Snowden in 1826. Like he didn't sound like a kook. He just said, "These are the facts. I was a Freemason and I quit it, and everyone else is a lot of other people are quitting it because it's stupid." Like he spelled it out. He spelled out the rituals for master for Masons, the first 3 degrees, and he showed that they were really stupid. It was a brainwashing cult. It was like a Ponzi scheme or like the shell game. You can never find. There's never any there. That it's like a Wizard of Oz. It's an emperor with no clothes. So I'm reading through that. I'm putting up some screenshots. I'm unscripted. My main message. I've pretty much reduced my life's work as a social theorist, as an activist type. I'm saying they're all scripted and it lines up exactamundo with the Snowden documents. So this illustrations of Freemasonry, he showed a lot of it. Like, you ever have someone jam their thumb into your finger? I'll put up that illustration. That happened to me once, and I knew what it meant too when the guy did it. I wish I could go back in time and confront him on it because I know I could have reverse spooked him. I went all in on this incarnation. I think I tapped into it. I think I know exactly what they're doing and that they've been going after this for many hundreds of years. I recommend people look into that illustrations of Freemasonry by William Morgan. They killed him after it got published. He got it to the publisher. It kind of spells out exactly what their philosophy is. So they trap people into it with the fake charity thing. They go for total control, and there's a secrecy to it. So they do like a blood oath where they get stabbed in the chest to draw blood and to feel pain, and then that's through the ritual when they're when they're initiating someone. That's to let them know that if they ever reveal any secrets, they're gonna get killed. And they have like a way of saying it, like they're just gonna cut them up and spread their ashes to the coyotes. It was really stupid. I'm paraphrasing. Um, so right, it's just repetitive and pretty much it's like so the only difference is that the third degree mason, is in on quite and more in on more secrets. Basically, if you go for the first level, then you're just a Freemason and you get like basic benefits. So it's like joining a website and not paying any money. It's like, sure, you're a member, but you're getting the basics. So I agree with COINTELPRO shills who try to pass off Freemasons as pretty much non-involved. They're involved though because they agreed to that frickin' demented blood oath. So they stab him. And they get like a hard on. They get like yeah, they hate women, so no women are allowed in. And they do something where they make them barefoot. You're wearing like half a pants leg, and it's pretty weird. And you make like a right angle with your feet, So like they're acting like oh, we're not secretive. We know, we let everyone know about the hand signals and things like that. It's just camaraderie, and people they get together and they exchange, they swap postage stamps, they collect stamps and smoke cigars, that kind of thing. Okay, so I have like, all right, for the big finish now. What really sunk into my noggin, I didn't even finish that book yet. If you notice, no one ever does a video on it. You might hear about William Morgan once in a while, or the anti-Masonic Party once in a while. It's always for the hidden agenda of like the bait and switch of like, and that's why they deny the flat Earth. That sort of thing at the end. It's like, or you find out they're neo Nazis. There's always some catch to it. So don't trust anyone. There's nowhere to go. I tried. I've been on this thing for frickin' 15 years. So anyway, this is the thing. They think they descend from like St. John's. They list, I think both of the, I forget the exact names, and I'm mailing this in, but they go all the way back to the Bible days of like the written up Bible days, the alleged Bible days of like Moses, I think they mention, and they're into King Solomon. So basically, the big punchline of Freemasonry and the big secret is that everything's about right angles. So that's up with the peace sign that they coined, and what things like that. And I found it on Lee Camp's mug, one of those things, the compass. So they think so basically what they're doing is, before I get to the King Solomon's temple part, which is the big finish, which explains it all, basically um I lost my train of thought. I want to mention something other than King Solomon's temple. Oh, so they're basically just pledging allegiance to the Grand Poobah at the lodge. There's they whatever they say goes. So it's a dictatorship within the Freemasonry, and then the ones who own each lodge, who own each town and the cops and all that garbage, pig shit. Those guys pledge allegiance to the overall Freemasonry. So it's a hierarchy, and they talk up the mysteries, and all you have to do is ask. All right, if you want to join, oh yeah, seasoned gentlemen of sophistication we're looking for. Yeah, they're looking for like a rig to rig up the system, because then now I'm just gonna mention King Solomon's Temple. Um, the big the big finish here, basically, so I'm unscripted, and that explains that gap a little earlier, a couple minutes ago. Um, basically, they're saying that everything, all the work was done in the quarries, wherever the equipment was, wherever the materials were to build the temple. They they chiseled, they did all the crap there on site. So they were like saying like how when King Solomon's temple got erected, it didn't make any noise. They didn't make any noise doing it. So they said they chiseled, they do all that stuff, and then they carried it over, and voila, it was a voila without making any noise. Um, so basically, that's the same. It goes along with how each new Freemason gets their own compass. Oh, and I was gonna say, in their own passwords, Boaz and Tubal Cain is a pat. Basically, if you move, you never get told the mysteries. You have to be like way up at the top of Freemasonry to truly understand the Doctor Evil stuff, the evil laugh, that level. Oh, and they love talking about levels. So basically, it is neurolinguistic programming. It is repetitive. It is brainwashing. It is falling apart. It is falling apart because I'm pretty sure Snowden's a Freemason, but he wasn't gonna go along with that garbage, and he leaked it. So basically, the analogy of the King Solomon's Temple is that they rigged the society the same way. The compass, the things that they're given, the handshakes are a little different. The handshake, instead of the master mason doesn't put his thumb into the bottom of the person's finger, right hand to right hand. Oh, and they act like they're not upset that everyone knows what their stupid symbols are. They're like, oh, we have no problem with that. William Morgan? What? Who? Wasn't that guy in Cuba? Wasn't that? It's like, give me a break. So anyway, they got exposed as a demented cult in 1826. It's all out there. It was like toothpaste out of the tube. You can't put it back in. And that's what happened to Freemasonry. And then they do this because they dominate the military and all the politics. They got this psyop going on where anyone who figures it out is called a conspiracy theorist and a terrorist. That's what they wanted. They spin it as terrorism, but the problem is that too much has been leaked out, too much is obvious. And I think what I came up with is pretty funny about how they're 100% scripted. And another idea I have for filling in this video is to do more of my shtick. 'Cause it's pretty funny that everything is scripted. So politicians go on the network news and they're scripted. Republican even. It doesn't matter what their politics are. And if you go and going back to, I'll wrap this up with one more thought. And if you read through that illustrations of Freemasonry by William Morgan, if you go through that, I gotta mute out some coughs. Note to self: mute out the coughs. So right, I'm gonna noise reduce this, and maybe I'll splice out. I had a long gap there earlier on, and maybe I'll shorten that a little bit. But otherwise, this is ready to go. I just have one more point that I forgot. Oh, um, no, I still forgot it, but it's close to my head if I can retrieve it. Maybe I should write down notes while I'm and then I that's pretty probably would solve that this issue for myself if I jotted stuff down. Oh, they said it doesn't matter. All you have to do is believe in a creator. You can't be an atheist. They don't trust atheists. And then they said all you just have to be because that humbles us if we believe in a creator. And and then you have to pledge allegiance to the Freemasons. And then if you snitch it out, if you reveal any of it, they say they're gonna kill you, and you go and they put people through a whole ceremony, and it's demented. So I don't know how they're getting away with this because they're more demented than Scientology. They're as demented as anything out there. So before I forget that point that I finally remembered, it's they say it doesn't matter what God you believe in, what church, what differences with that. You could be. It doesn't matter as long as you believe in a creator. And then the other thing is like There's no politics. You don't have, you leave all that stuff out of it. So those guys are full of it, and the politics is fixed, and everything is done on site as an analogy to the King Solomon's temple. This was formulated hundreds and hundreds of years ago, and they're dumb enough to not find an escape route out of being demented. Snowden tried. Assange and Snowden tried. I tried, but I mean, I'm not saying I'm as good as those guys. But I came up with some crap, and it's pretty funny what I came up with. So I'll leave it at that. Take care, everyone. Good luck, and stay free. Decondition. Stop giving a shit about them or their newspaper. Any of it. They're full of it. It's all fake. Or do what I did, or I'm trying to stop doing because I still do it a little bit. Like, slow them down. Slow down the video, and you'll see that they're scripted, and they use about they spread the teleprompters all around the room, so they look like frickin' idiots because I figured it out and explained exactly how they're doing it. They're just horizontal, but you have to slow down the video and put them on mute to just see it. And then you start to see that they're deformed and they're freaking out because I pointed out that they have the chicken face syndrome. I coined it. They're degenerate shill pigs who I got into their heads, and now they can't stop. Manhands was like she was Karen in the Dairy Queen, and I found that. All those Farron videos, I found it. She was working for RT. I'm the guy who went after Kimberlin, Brett Kimberlin, and I got them. I got them. I got them. They're exposed. This is a forever reverse curse on them. This is implanted into the memory of the great creator consciousness that William Morgan exposed their demented, pig shell, peanut sized brains to the rest of humanity if they would just wake up. His name was William Morgan. There was an anti Freemason political party, and they almost won the presidency. They almost got it done, but they got spun. They were up against it, so it didn't work. But you can look into that. I think it was John Quincy. Yeah, it was one of those Adams boys from Quincy, Massachusetts. One of those early old school presidents up north. No slave owning was up north. Some people up north weren't racist at all. So let's move on, shall we? They're exposed. This says they're exposed. It's COINTELPRO. Everything is controlled in COINTELPRO and scripted and rubbish. And nearly everything sucks. You have to find primary sources. You have to find people like Eric Fromm and Hannah Arendt, Herbert Marcuse, the people I like. And you have to avoid anyone with a check mark, anyone just talking with a script, and they probably pulled it off of the AI because they have no skills. They can't think for themselves. They're conditioned. They're conditioned. So I'm outside of the society, and I've made all these videos to let everyone know that I found a way out of the big mess. I figured it out. they're all scripted. It's all a big fat fucking demented lie. They're all scum people. Uh, Thanks to Britney Spears, I think that's her. Isn't that what she called them? The scum people. I think scum turds is better, but she's having some emotional issues, and so well, I don't care really. The only reason I know about her is from Daily Mail, and Trump said, "I love Daily Mail," and right there it was like, okay, I need to stop looking at Daily Mail. Reddit conspiracies under 1,000 page views. Their stats dipped. It's a miserable neo-Nazi disinfo show garbage website over the top. No one believes it. I think I said enough, and I have some coughs to edit out. Take care. This is the Tokyo Shemp News and Entertainment Network. I'm the winner. I won. I declared victory like a year ago on that thing with against them. I said they are them. They're scripted. I found a teleprompter on fault lines. But I could just keep going on, but that's enough because I mostly just want to go over that Freemason stuff. Yeah, demented cult, brainwashing 101. There's never any mystery revealed. And if you say, like, I want my money back because you never showed any mystery shit, yeah, they'll kill you because they poked you in your chest and drew blood when you were dumb enough to go there to begin with. And all you did was plead all they did was plead allegiance to the 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 master at the lodge. And then the master at the lodge is just he's got like a more refined handshake. Instead of drilling his thumb into your into that point lower end of the finger. Sorry, I might have moved the microphone away. Instead of drilling the finger out of the they I don't know, they moved the thumb even further around the hand, and they just friggin' take over the person's hand. I guess that means I'm the big cheese poobah. But they're not really, if you think about it, only in that town. God damn it, they're everywhere, and they're so demented, and no one's allowed to drive them to suicide. There's a law against that. They charged a girl for trying to do that. They're demented. They're demented. And then every video on Freemasonry, most of them are they're garbage. To not even show that how demented it is, and how powerful it is, and how they're the reason why everything sucks. That's what I wanted to say.